Welcome to the More Than Fitness podcast.
And we are live, my friends. How about that coronavirus, huh? Crazy stuff going on out there in the world. My parents were going to actually go to the SEC tournament, so college basketball tournament down in Nashville. And now, basically, all sports are canceled. And they're very sad, and I feel bad for them because I know they were excited. And so if you had some type of sport canceled, or if something if this coronavirus thing is getting in the way of your life, stay optimistic, stay positive, because we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. Now, it is scary. It's a little bit scary, and it shouldn't be taken lightly. However, I got faith in us. I think we're going to figure it out. And yeah, that's how we're going to kick off this Minisode. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Minisode number 20 on the More Than Fitness podcast. And we're not going to talk about the coronavirus today, unlike everything else that you're probably viewing on the news and social media, et cetera, et cetera. Today, we're going to talk about working out even though you're tired. Even so after work or before work or whatever. I just have lots of people, clients included, asking me the question, I'm too tired whenever I get off work to go work out. So what do I do? And it's a great question. I've worked with people who have shift work. I'm working with people right now who actually have shift work. And this is a very valid excuse for a lot of people because you're going all day long. You've got tons of other responsibilities that you've been dealing with. Maybe you've been on your feet all day long. The last thing that you want to do is go to the gym. And I get it, right? I get it. But there are some ways and remedies and strategies that you can use to kind of get through this and at least make it to the gym more often than you are now. I'm not saying you're always going to be perfect, but if you use some of these strategies that I've told that my clients and other people who have asked me this question, I think you will have a higher success rate than you did before you listen to this episode. So option number one that I have for you is to go straight from work to the gym. So what I want you to do, because typically what happens is people will go home, they'll try and take a nap, they'll try and rest, and then they'll try and build up that motivation again to go to the gym later on after maybe they've had a meal, they've gotten comfortable. It doesn't work out for most people. So instead, what I would say is go directly from work to the gym. No stops in between. So this means that you're going to bring your gym clothes. You're going to bring your pre-workout snack, possibly your pre-workout as well. Bring everything that you need to go from the gym or go from work to the gym. That way you can bargain with yourself. You're like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym directly after work. And then after that, then I can relax for the rest of the night. And then you're going to feel good about relaxing as opposed to going home, relaxing, wanting to go to the gym, but not going to the gym and then feeling bad about doing so, feeling guilty, yada, yada, right? Instead, go straight from the gym to work. Option number two is if you do need to go home, for example, because you need to get stuff or it's just not feasible for you to go straight from work to the gym. I would say that if you go home to change or eat or whatever, you have to make sure that you do not lie down or get too comfortable. This is what kills so many people. Objects that stay in motion tend to stay. What is it? Objects in motion tend to stay in motion, right? And this is what you guys have to remember because everyone knows if you've ever struggled with this problem of being too tired to work out after work, and then you go home and you lay down and then it's game over, right? You relax and then you try to get up and go to the gym after that. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen maybe 2 out of 10 times. And that's not a very good success rate. So what I would say is, go home, make sure you have your shit still laid out because you want to reduce your decision fatigue whenever it comes to this. You want to use the least amount of willpower possible to make sure that you get your ass to the gym after work. And the way that you do that is you have your gym clothes, or at least have the outfit picked out and things like that. So whenever you get home from the gym, or you get home from work, you put on your gym clothes, you have a pre-workout snack ready to go. Again, you're not, oh, I'm just going to lay down on bed for a second and scroll through social media. It's like done. You're done. After you decide that, you already know that it's not going to happen. You're not going to make it to the gym that day. Or at least you're going to be wasting a lot of time in between getting home from work and then making it to the gym. Instead, whenever you could get home from work, get the shit that you need to get ready for the gym, go to the gym, then come back, then you can relax completely. That's what we want to focus on here. So what I would say is have all your things laid out, go home, do not lie down, do everything that you need to do, and then go directly to the gym after that. Again, objects in motion tend to stay in motion. Always, always, always remember that. Another option is just going to be go in the morning. If you have an availability to where you can make it to the gym in the morning, that way you can just get it over with. I think the first couple times that you try it, it's going to be difficult. But again, you can use all of these tactics that I just talked about. As far as going to the gym after work, you can use all of these tactics and just put that in the morning, right? So what I'm saying is the night before, lay out all your clothes, all your gym clothes, your shoes, your car keys. I'm talking everything. I want you to be an assembly line, a robot. As soon as you wake up, you barely have to make any decisions from the time that you wake up until you get to the gym. And the best thing to do in this case is to have everything laid out. And then your goal doesn't become, oh, let me wake up and then make it to the gym. Your goal is, oh, let me wake up and put my feet on the floor and then whatever. Or let me wake up and then get in the shower. And then once you get in the shower, that's the goal that you have to accomplish. Because after you do that, then it's snowball effects. It's like after you wake up, get in the shower to wake yourself up or something, you're not going to go back to sleep, right? The hardest thing that you need to do within that 5-minute period of first waking up is move your ass from the bed to the shower. That's it. Or move your ass from the bed to your gym clothes, which should be directly next to your bed. Like as soon as your feet hit the floor and then you put those clothes on, boom, you're done. Like that's the decision that you need to overcome. That's going to be the hardest choice because as soon as you can get that done, everything else is going to be easy. Making to the gym is going to be easy. So it's not wake up, get to the gym. It's wake up, get your clothes on, and then everything else will follow suit after that. And so again, have your food ready. Like if you need to wake up, have some oatmeal, have a protein shake, have a banana, something like that. Have it all ready to roll. That way you can get up and get your shit done as quickly as possible with the least amount of decisions you need to make as possible as well. So go in the morning if you can, get it over with, and you'll be good to go. The next option is going to be to make your workouts on your days off, or at least try to schedule your workouts so that, for example, during the week, if you have a super busy schedule or something, or for some people, you're going to work. So I work with one guy, he's a cop, and he does have shift work. And it's usually, I think it's like 4 days on, 2 days off, something like that. And what he does is he tries to schedule his hardest workouts on the days that he has off, right? And I think that's a very easy way to do it, because on the days that you have work and stuff, going in and doing a heavy leg workout is going to be much less likely than going in and hitting some arms and shoulders, or hitting something a little bit light, doing some machine work, doing some high rep work. Remember, you've got to be creative whenever it comes to this type of stuff. So figure that out, and if you can make your hard days on the days that your hard gym days on the days that you have off from work, I would try and do that. And remember, you only need 3 to 4 days per week to have, or even 2 days. Honestly, you can make 2 days work as long as you're pretty stringent on your diet for the rest of those days as well, because you can't just go to the gym 2 times a week and then eat like shit for the rest of the week. It's not going to work. But going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week is more than enough to make very steady gains for a long period of time. And lastly, your last option is going to be hire a coach to outsource your motivation, right? Like literally, some people will pay me in order to give them motivation, and that's kind of that's kind of what it is, but it's also kind of what it's not. It's just kind of the result that happens whenever you pay for somebody to write a plan for you, because then you have structure, you have clarity, you have goals, you have a support system, you have somebody that you're accountable to as well. All of these things are conducive to making sure that you get done what you need to get done. I mean, think about whenever you get a brand new workout plan or a brand new nutrition plan or something like that, or even a brand new supplement, your motivation is sky high to get the shit done that you need to get done. Get your workouts done, get your meals in. And whenever you're paying a decent amount each month to make sure that you're doing the work that aligns with the goals that you set for yourself, then you don't want to waste money. So that's another incentive to make sure that you get your stuff done. But also something that I've found interesting with coaching that happens to people is they don't want to let me down, right? They hired me, whatever, they relate to me, some even look up to me or something. It's like they don't want to let me down as a coach because they know I've got my time and effort invested in them as well. Like I want my clients to succeed sometimes more than they do, right? And so what they say is like, oh, I was going to eat that muffin, but then I thought about my check-in that I'm going to have to do with you. And then I'm going to have to tell you, oh, my weight spiked because I binged at nighttime and did this, and this. It's like whenever we're only accountable to ourselves, as you probably know, we can self-rationalize through anything. It's just, it's one of the skill, like whenever you're the judge and the juror, it's like, it's super, you can go through any problem and be like, oh, well, yeah, it's fine. I worked out yesterday, or I worked out hard, or I know that, or I've had a long week, or whatever your excuse may be. It's so easy to self-rationalize with yourself. But whenever you have somebody else holding you accountable and having someone else that you have to check into, then you shift that blame on yourself, or that self-rationalization to yourself to, oh, I don't want to disappoint this person that really counts on me to get my shit done. And that can be very, very powerful in terms of motivation. So if being tired is your excuse after work, I understand. I get it. It's very common for a lot of people, but there are ways to battle through it. And I think some of those strategies that I just went through. So I'm going to recap real quick. Go straight from work to the gym. No exceptions in between. Straight from work to the gym, then you can relax afterwards. If you go from work to home and then to the gym, whenever you're home, you cannot lie down or get too comfortable. You have to go home, eat, get dressed, do whatever you need to do, and then get to the gym so you can fully relax later on. The next option is going to be go in the morning. Figure out your schedule, get it over with first thing in the morning, go into your day feeling good, and then you can relax as soon as you get off work. Number 4 is going to be to make your workouts mostly on your off days, or schedule things around so that your hard lifting days are on your off days. And whenever you're working out on days that you do work, they're a little bit less stressful, a little bit less intense than the days that you are off of work. And lastly, hire your boy. I would love to help each and every single one of you with this issue. It's something that I have thought a lot about. I've worked with quite a few people figuring it out. And yeah, sometimes hiring a coach to outsource your motivation can absolutely be your best solution. If you would like to do that, you can check the link in the description and you can apply to work with me one-on-one. So yeah, that's it for this Minisode number 20 on the More Than Fitness podcast. And again, I'm still taking questions for these. This was actually a question in an email from Ryan. He asked me about this. So Ryan, if you're watching this, thank you very much. But if you have a question that you want me to answer specifically on one of these minisodes, click the link in the description and then fill out the form, and I will be happy to answer it on here for you. As always, guys, thank you so much for listening and for watching. Until next time.